That is one of the most beautiful birds I have ever seen. I know I say that a lot, but this bird is absolutely stunning. This is what 2 hours of sleep looks like. It's 5:30 in the morning. I'm here with my friend Logan and some of the top birders in Cache County, and we're out looking for rarities today, so let's see what we can find. First stop on the day is the Newton City Cemetery, and we're here looking for a blue grosbeak, which would be a big bird for Cache County for sure, as well as a black phoebe, which I see all the time in California, but in Cache County, they're pretty rare. So let's hopefully find these two birds while we're here and see what else we can find. No luck at the Newton Cemetery. In fact, we didn't really even find anything worth filming. We're now at Newton Reservoir, which is a pretty big body of water, and we're trying to see if we can find some of the same birds that were reported at Newton Cemetery. So let's see if we can find these blue grosbeak, indigo bunting, least flycatcher, etc. Picked up really good shots of an American goldfinch. That was absolutely beautiful. One of the most iconic birds in North America. And then got my lifer least flycatcher. Now this bird is an impid, so it looks like almost every other impid out there. I'll put an image up on the screen. Very difficult bird to film. I sat there 10 minutes at least trying to get it on camera. Unfortunately, did not get it on camera, but did get it on the life list. Saw it. Most of the time we heard it. Really happy about that one. I'm slowly knocking off the impids that I've ignored for over a year now, so happy to finally get that one on my list. Picked up a gray catbird hopping around in the road over here, so another cool bird to get on camera. We don't have as many gray catbirds as there are out east, but they are out here in the west and in Utah. So now we're walking, beautiful landscape around us per usual. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. I'm with my friend Logan again, who is one of the best birders in Cache County. So if we're gonna find these rare birds, it's gonna be today with him. Let's see if we can get them. Picked up some horned larks out in the middle of the road. It's actually kind of interesting out on these country roads. There are a lot of birds that just hang out in the middle of the road. Obviously they fly off when you drive by, but it's cool to see birds just chilling on the asphalt when there's nobody coming around. So we're heading back towards the reservoir here. We're still looking for black phoebe. We're still looking for the indigo bunting. We're also looking for the blue grosbeak. So we found one of the birds that we were targeting today, the least flycatcher. Let's see if we can pick up the other ones. Picked up some spotted sandpiper, but this one's a little baby fledgling. It's really quick, so eventually I lose it, but it even bobs its tail up and down just like the adults do. Absolutely adorable creature. Super happy to get that on camera. We're gonna head to a different part of the reservoir real quick where the indigo bunting was spotted and see if we can find it. Got really good shots of a Bullock's oriole on camera. That's one of the most colorful birds out here. They are very abundant though, so not super hard to find, but glad to get it on camera nonetheless. We are looking for a Russian olive tree. The checklist that mentioned the indigo bunting said that they saw it in a Russian olive tree. I've scanned this entire reservoir. I don't see a Russian olive tree, so we're gonna have to do some geocaching for that particular tree to hopefully be able to also find the bird. Got lark sparrow, which is good because I needed that for Cache County for this year. And probably for the county overall. I can't remember. I'm missing a lot of birds. Last year I got to the county, moved here late, so there's a lot of good birds that I'm picking up. I also forgot to mention that yesterday, finally at my feeder, showed up a Rufous hummingbird. That's the first of the year. Also first for the state of Utah, surprisingly. So I have a Rufous hummingbird on my list. Is chasing off all of the other hummingbirds in the area. They have a really fun personality and they're very feisty little hummingbirds. And then up on this power line over here, I picked up a western meadowlark to add to our list for the day. So we're seeing a lot of cool birds. Unfortunately, not the indigo bunting or the blue grosbeak, but we're going to continue driving along the reservoir and seeing if we can find this Russian olive tree. Making our way around the reservoir now. Picked up some cedar waxwing, which is pretty cool. I love cedar waxwing, and these look absolutely beautiful right now. They're very dark tan color right now. And then over here on the side of the reservoir, picked up a very vocal great blue heron, although it did not talk at all while I was filming it. It did right after though, so it makes a very croaky, loud noise. So pretty cool birds that we've picked up. we're gonna continue to wrap around. I'm sure we're gonna see some more things. In fact, I see a bird that I don't think we've seen today. We're almost to 40 species here though. No, focus on the bird, not the leaf.
Yeah.
It is supposed to get hot.
Oh, my phone hasn't checked it. Wait, do I say yeah.
All right, so we got the blue grosbeak today. Beautiful bird. That is a lifer for me. Super excited to get that bird on camera. Logan, what did you think about the blue grosbeak?
I'm glad it was super easy to get. We got it before we even got out of the car.
Yeah, it was just chilling. Logan heard it, and it was just chilling up on the telephone wire, so not hard to find at all. Unfortunately, we did not get the black Phoebe, so we still need to try to get that one today. But we're heading back to Newton Reservoir to see if we can get that indigo bunting. And if we can get that, then we've basically got the trifecta of the 3 birds we came to look for, except for the black Phoebe. So wish us luck. Let's see if we can get it. Parted ways with Logan. He has to go do some work. Now we're gonna head up to higher elevation. We're gonna go on a hike, look for some high elevation birds that I need for Cache County, and see what else we can find. So I needed some high elevation birds for my Cache County list, and the plan was to go up to Tony Grove. They just started charging. Now I'm all for supporting our national forests and our national parks, but they told us it was going to be $15. We drove an hour to get there, and they said they only accept cash or check. Now, no offense, but I don't have checks. Who carries checks these days? And also, I don't ever really carry around cash. I probably should, but 15 bucks is really steep for a tiny little pond on top of a mountain. So we decided to come to this like gravel pit area. So obviously it's no Tony Grove Lake, but we picked up my spark bird, mountain bluebird, on the list for the day. Super happy with that one. That's an absolutely beautiful bird. It's no Clark's nutcracker or anything that we need, Williamson's sapsucker, but it's a mountain bluebird, and I'm happy with that. So unfortunately not getting the super high elevation species that we want. However, there seems to be a back trail that leads you to where we want to go, where we won't have to pay to be in the fee area. So we're going to check that out real quick and see if we can get some of these higher elevation birds that I need for Cache County, Williamson sapsucker, which I just picked up in Idaho, as well as things like Clark's nutcracker and white-breasted nuthatch. I'm now on the Mount Naomi trailhead, and this is the trail that you're going to find your high elevation birds, Williamson sapsuckers. You're going to find potentially Clark's nutcrackers up here. I need those birds for Cache County. But not only that, you're gonna find some really cool mountain birds. When it gets really hot in the summer, you wanna go up in elevation or you wanna go to a body of water. Those two places are gonna be way cooler than just staying down in your little heat bowls. So go up in elevation or go close to a body of water. You'll cool down a little bit and you can do some awesome birding as well. In my opinion, when you're out birding, it's a lot more fun to not just pay attention to the birds, but I just saw a rodent type mammal perched up on a rock over there, some type of ground squirrel. It's fun to try to identify those as well. Also pay attention to the plants around you. There's a lot of flowers and stuff that you can use iNaturalist for to try to figure out what they are. It just makes birding so much more fun when you're immersed in nature as a whole. The most abundant bird by far are the white-crowned sparrows. And I was up here a few weeks ago and there weren't that many. There were a few, but there weren't that many here. They're everywhere right now. So I don't know if they're moving back through the area. You know, fall migration's pretty spread out and a lot of birds start a lot earlier than others, and it's pretty spread out that way. But it's kind of interesting that the white-crowned sparrow is just absolutely everywhere right now. Still no signs of our high elevation birds, but we're still picking up some cool stuff as we walk along, and let's see if we can find anything interesting. Picked up a Lincoln sparrow on camera. That is a new bird for the day. Now, unfortunately, I only made it about a mile on this trail, and you need to go a lot further than that. Some of you may not know this. You will know this if you've watched my videos in super detail and are a longtime viewer of the channel, but I have a 3-year-old daughter and she came on this hike with me and Leela, and this is kind of the end of the line for her. She's done amazing. She made it all the way up the trail, about a mile. We got to head a mile back. So I've got to come back and do this hike again in the future, see if I can get those high elevation birds for Cache County. And just because it's such an amazing hike to do to get birds, so we'll probably make that a separate adventure. But on the way down, if I see something new, I'll let you know. Picked up one of the birds that I need for Cache County, Hammond's flycatcher. We've gotten this on camera a few times, pretty much in every county except for Cache County, where I'm really trying to push to 200 species in 1 year. And yeah, absolutely amazing. Hammond's flycatcher on the list for the day. That makes this hike totally worth it. I've been looking for that bird for a few weeks now. Got an American robin on camera. Great shots of it singing up on a rock. Absolutely beautiful bird, despite its commonality. We're getting close to the car. I'm just hoping for one last second bird to get on camera, and we'll see if we can do it. Oh my goodness gracious, I just realized something. I'm horrible with directions. So I took this trail, and for the birds that I wanted to see, I was supposed to take this trail. So essentially, I just walked a mile in the wrong direction and a mile back. So, and yeah, that's unfortunate. I can't believe it. I do this type of stuff all the time. You cannot trust me to be by myself when I'm hiking. Also just super happy about that blue grosbeak. That is one of the most beautiful birds I have ever seen. I know I say that a lot, but this bird is absolutely stunning. Had the camera all packed up, and then boom, a woodpecker appeared just at the bottom of a tree, a sapsucker on the ground. I got it on camera after I unpacked everything real quick, and it was a red-naped sapsucker. Still a beautiful woodpecker. Love seeing those. Was really hoping it was the Williamson sapsucker, but another bird to add on our list. We're gonna head down back home, get some rest. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. The subscribes really help me out. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright Eyed Birding.